Well, we begin this Notre Dame recruiting update with some good information as the Fighting Irish have picked up a commitment, and it's a flip of an Indiana kid. Mike, give us the details on this offensive lineman who has joined the Notre Dame family.
Yeah, it's one of those things, Darren, that's interesting. Like when a kid has like an Iowa or a Wisconsin offer and he's an offensive lineman, it's kind of like, oh, okay. It's kind of like if kid's got a Stanford offer, you're like, all right, he's a pretty good student. You know, that's a good sign right there. Iowa churns out offensive linemen. So Cam Herron, really interesting one, Darren. Really, really fascinating recruitment. I'm going to go back a ways. He was someone who visited in December 2023 and January 2024, didn't get an offer. Starts to pick up his recruiting process, gets a handful of scholarship offers, Iowa, Cincinnati, Louisville, Northwestern, Pitt, Boston College, Duke, handful of programs. He goes to Notre Dame June 2nd. That was Irish Invasion. How about this? That weekend, he took his official visit to Cincinnati. He left Cincinnati at like 5 in the morning to drive up to South Bend to go camp at Notre Dame just to try to get an offer. Lots of Notre Dame fans and his family. Like Notre Dame's a big deal to Cam Herron from Indianapolis, Warren Central. And he didn't get the offer, and then he commits to Iowa later that month. We had been saying at Blue and Gold, like, he's still someone to keep an eye on. I could just see Notre Dame going after Cam Herron. Stands at just over 6'2", 276 pounds. And Cam has had an incredible start to his senior season. He got 4-star status according to On3. He's a 3-star according to 24/7 ESPN and Rivals. On3 has him as the nation's number 272 player and number 19 interior offensive lineman in America. So Notre Dame stayed in touch with him. He just started to have this incredible senior season, just playing, I believe, guard and center. And Notre Dame hosted him. And Notre Dame really kept this one under wraps. I don't think they really wanted to alert Iowa. But I was told that Notre Dame offensive line coach Joe Rudolph went to Herron's high school during the bye week. Then the next week, you get a report out, 3 hours or so before the Notre Dame Stanford game that Herron was on campus for an official visit. Herron never even announced, hey, I got an offer. He just posts Monday morning that he's flipped to the Fighting Irish from Iowa. So this was very much a situation where Notre Dame offered and he flipped his commitment. Notre Dame is where Cam Herron wanted to be. He is, and for folks watching on YouTube, I believe that was him on center on that play. He is a center all the way for Notre Dame. So Ashton Craig out for the season. And then, he has a couple more years to play, whatever the case is. I don't know exactly what his eligibility status is. Ashton Craig, another in-state prospect. He's from Lawrence North, if my memory serves me correctly. So going from one Hoosier State kid to another at the center position, it does seem like every 2-3 years Notre Dame's going to recruit a true center. And Ashton, I know Pat Coogan is the guy right now, but I would assume it would move back to Craig next year. And then down the line, Cam Herron is going to be your center of the future for Notre Dame. So really nice pickup here for the Fighting Irish. One more thing before I throw it back to you, Darren. Notre Dame had 3 offensive linemen committed, and they're all tackles. Will Black, an On3 5-star, Matty Augustine, Owen Strebig, a couple other big-time offensive line prospects. Notre Dame wasn't really like trying to go out for a 4th. It just kind of happened that they kept in contact with Cam Herron and decided to offer him and flip him. I don't think there were other offensive linemen they were talking to. It was really Cam Herron. That was their guy that they've been quietly working on since August, maybe even in July. But I was told that Notre Dame was talking to him as of August. Then I heard in September that Joe Rudolph and some guys were in contact with him from the Irish staff. So that's the flip. Cam Herron going from Iowa to Notre Dame.
So you like this Irish offensive line class, the group they put together right now? Thumbs up.
I mean, my first recruiting class, Darren, covering Notre Dame was 2020. Okay. And I want to say that was a 2-man offensive line class with Michael Carmody and Tosh Baker. On paper, There might have been one more, but I can't remember. On paper, it was good. Didn't pan out to be a great one. Carmody transferred, didn't really play much, and then Baker, still on the team, but not playing. Since then, incredible offensive line recruit. I mean, Blake Fisher, Joe Alt, Rocco Spindler in 2021. 2022, Emil Wagner, Ashton Craig, Pat Coogan in that 2021 class as well. 2022 again, just keeping it up. 2023, 2024 with Gerby Lambert. I mean, it continues to be the 2023 O-line class is escaping me, but this past year you get a 5-star in Gerby Lambert. They just this year, Will Black, number 2 player in the country according to On3. I'm gonna kick myself later when I'm editing this, Darren, and thinking, oh yeah, the 2023, whatever. It's forgetting me, but O-line recruiting for Notre Dame is just simply tremendous. And I know people watching, listening to it are just nodding their head. Okay, Mike, talk to me about skill position players now. I know we get great offensive linemen, but you can't talk about it enough, Darren, because it's so important for Notre Dame to continue to build on the O-line. And I know the O-line's been up and down this year. Injuries. Charles Jagasaw, there's a class of 2023. There's a 5-star guy. I know I was thinking of forgetting a 5-star. So a lot of people talk about, oh, we don't get 5 stars. 2022. You had a 5-star in was that Emil? I don't know. My brain is I think that was Emil Wagner's year, 2022. And then 2023 Jagasaw, 2024 Gerby Lambert, 2025 you got Will Black. I'm all over the place there. But again, Notre Dame keeps bringing in 2020. My vision's not 2020. They're bringing in 5-star guys on the offensive line, and it's crucial for them to continue to to build on that for the future of this team.